things that can change your life if you can just identify and realize that if you do these things, you'll be a lot happier. Everybody wants to be happy, don't they? Happy in their lives, happy in their work, happy in their marriage, their relationship. And it's all relative. It depends on the person. But I can definitely give you some starting points. I'm here today drinking a bit of amaretto and Coke. Just relaxing and enjoying what's left of this weekend. But yeah, so happiness is it's something we all strive for, and it means something different to different people. And so I just wanted to touch on my rules for being happy, my tricks for being happy. Things that can change your life if you can just identify and realize that if you do these things, you'll be a lot happier. And the first one is be patient with others. We have a lot of people around us, and it's very, very easy living in these kind of close quarters that we do in the modern world. It's very easy to get frustrated with people and get annoyed and be short and kind of snap at people. And it's not necessary. You need to just be patient, give people time. People have different reaction times and they have different ways of dealing with things and different learning speeds. So if people don't live up to your expectations, just be patient. And it takes a lot of stress off your shoulders if you're patient with people and give them time to express themselves and figure things out. Because the alternative isn't great. It's you losing your shit and saying this is terrible. Why can't this person do what I want them to do when you're driving along? Why? Drive faster. Come on. Get out the way. If you can't drive fast, get out the way. And that's not what life's about. Like, just give people time. And once you do that, you start to then kind of relax and okay, so it's like I don't have to move and to exist at 100 miles per hour. Give each other time. Be a bit more patient. And the second one is be patient with yourself. Take your own time. There's no need to rush things. It's the world that we live in now, and it's being created for us to put pressure on us and make us feel like we're running out of time, but we're not. We're not. You've got all the time in the world. And if you don't have all the time in the world, you need to reevaluate and check out why. Why don't you have more time? Why can't you be patient with yourself? And if the answer is that you've kind of worked yourself into a position that you're not happy in and it's a job that you don't like, or it's a relationship that you don't like, and it's not giving you that breathing space to be patient with yourself, then knock it on the head. Figure out how you're gonna get out of that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. The third one is be yourself. So important to be yourself and not somebody else. It's very, very easy. Again, it's a symptom of the modern world, really, that we're taught that there are better things that we can be. We can be prettier. We can be more successful. We can be funnier. We can be better at sports or better at acting or singing or whatever it is. There's constant reminders that we can be better or we can be a different person, but just be yourself. You don't realise that just being yourself is enough to make you happy at all times, because you don't have to put up a facade. It's so important that you're yourself. I guarantee you yourself, you're funny, you're talented. The things that you enjoy, your hobbies are yours. Other people don't need to copy and to follow what your hobbies are. If you enjoy doing that, then go and enjoy doing that. Your job, if you enjoy doing this line of work, follow that line of work. Sexuality, if you enjoy being with this type of person, then be with that type of person. Don't convince yourself that it's not for you. or that other people wouldn't approve, or whatever it is. Just be yourself. That's all that you should ever do. And anything that doesn't allow you to do that, you need to get rid of. Just push it away. Just it's not needed in your life. That's all. And once you realise that if you are yourself every second of your kind of waking day, it frees you up because you no longer have to think about it, because being yourself is the most natural, fulfilling thing that you can possibly do. The next tip or trick is understand that other people have different opinions to yours. So this is a big one for kind of the online world. On the online world today, it's a case of, if you don't agree with my opinion, I've got to shut you down, because you need to agree. We need to agree, and well, I'm right and you're wrong. And that's completely kind of, it's alien to me. It's a bit bizarre. It's fine for other people to have their own opinions. You don't have to change their opinion the same way that they don't have to change yours. All you've got to do is acknowledge it and understand it. Even if you completely disagree with that opinion, it doesn't mean that you have to attack that ideology and that. I mean, yes, there's kind of extreme opinions and extreme ideologies, but when it's to do with the people that you love and the people around you, your friends, your family, it's important that you allow them to have that opinion, and for you to accept it. Like, discuss it, challenge it. Don't try and change their opinion though. Challenge it just on the kind of on the facts and on your thoughts and your point of view. Because the thing with opinions is, like people say, the expression is opinions are like arseholes. Everybody's got one. And it's true. Everybody has an opinion. And everybody's opinion is based on kind of a list of, or a path of experiences and things that they've learned throughout their life. So that's their perspective. And it's not the same as yours. So you don't really have a right, or it's not your responsibility to try and change that opinion. You're not going to change it. The only thing that will change their opinion and their outlook on life is from their lived experiences. So don't fall out over it. It's fine. It's better that people have other opinions, because that's how you learn. You learn and form more informed opinions yourself. They may have opinions that you've never thought of. So let other people have their opinions and accept them for them, love them for it. Let's not turn the online world, where you've got two groups of people, opposite ends of the spectrum, who never talk to each other, just want to cancel each other. Let's have a world where you go, okay, so what's your opinion? Okay, cool. Like, I disagree with you, but that's your opinion. This is my opinion. Okay, great. Thanks. Come and give me a love. Come and give me a hug. Yeah. This is necessary in the modern times. This is thoroughly necessary to be able to accept other people's opinions. The next one is give yourself a break. Absolutely, give yourself a break. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. We weren't created, or we haven't evolved to heap pressure on ourselves, kind of psychological, mental anguish and pressure on ourselves. That's not what we evolved for. We evolved to be a very cerebral, thinking creature that would assess things and take time to think about problems and think about solutions and think about their lives. And that's, I mean, like the cave paintings that you find, the prehistoric cave paintings from prehistoric man. Those were individuals who took a lot of time and didn't put a lot of pressure on themselves. They knew how to do things and how to solve problems, how to hunt and all of those things. But those were people who were like laid back, and they were able to document the things that were going on around them. And so if they can do it, you can do it. Just take a lot of that pressure off. Stop beating yourself up. If you make a mistake, it's a mistake. You learn from it, you dust yourself down, and you just go again. That's the name of the game. Nobody else has the right to give you a hard time for anything. And I completely believe that. So if nobody else has the right to do it, you certainly shouldn't give yourself a hard time. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. You know the type of person you are. So don't heap that pressure on. So give yourself that time to breathe, time to relax. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. As long as you fix it or learn from it, it's never ever that big an issue that you should mentally torture yourself. So it's really important to give yourself a break. Now the next one is, don't ever, ever compare yourself to other people. And again, in the modern world, this has become an epidemic of kind of online living, where people compare themselves to celebrities, to people who are successful online, fitness people, money-making people, business people, politicians, actors, actresses, whatever it is. People tend to compare themselves to, I don't look as good looking as that person, I'm not as clever as that person, I'm not making as much money as that person, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, why aren't I doing this, am I not good enough? And that's completely the wrong way to use this sphere of influence and success that there is online. And the way that it should be used is you should admire people, and you should look at them and say, okay, if they're achieving, I can achieve. But not, the mistake that people make is they think that person's achieving in this world, so I need to do what that person is doing to get what that person has got. And it's a complete false idol. It's completely false to try and achieve, because these people, it might be kind of sports stars, or say if we take a sports star, for example, sports people are genetically gifted. The people who get to the top are a mixture of genetic gift and hard work. So we may all have the genetic gift, and some people may not work hard to get to where they want to be. And we may all be capable of working really, really hard, but just not have that genetic gift to get there. And so it's not logical, it's not rational to chase that path, to run that path that person's already trodden. It's the same as people kind of online marketing people. I mean, it's somebody I look up to a lot with online marketing is Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, if you think that you can do what he does, in my opinion, you're fooling yourself. If you think you've got that drive and that hustle within marketing, within social media marketing, online advertising, and also his gift of being able to identify trends and convert that into money, then he's a unique individual. What you need to do is you need to look at people like that, look at the leaders in their areas, and you need to say, okay, I can take some of their lessons that they teach, and I can absorb it, and then I can utilize it in my area, or the way that I'm trying to achieve something. It is no good copying people who've gone before. It's no good doing that. You can borrow things, but just don't compare yourself to people who are uber successful, because it's not going to happen. All you're going to end up with is disappointment, because you're going to chase them and just not be able to get there. So you've got a lot of people online who do a similar thing to Gary Vaynerchuk, and so go and have a look at what they're doing, because what you'll find that they've kind of they've borrowed some of the things that he says, but they use it in a different way. They've got their own spin on it, and the reason why is what I'm teaching you in this video, is that they're using those lessons in their own natural aura, like their personality, the way that they want to achieve what they want to achieve. They're not trying to be Gary Vaynerchuk. They're not trying to be LeBron James. What they're doing is they're putting their own spin. They're just taking, okay, that works, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it to me, what I do. Because I don't want to be like that person. I want to be me. And I want to achieve what I want to achieve. But that doesn't mean I can't say, okay, oh, actually what he's doing is brilliant. That is amazing. So don't compare yourself to your heroes. Because they're unique. That you can't copy them. But you're unique too. You've got your things that you'll do that they can't do. It could be anything. It could be one of your passions, one of your hobbies, something that you really enjoy that they can't do the same in the same way that you do. So that's the path that you need to follow. That's what you need to focus on, and then just take the learnings from whoever you admire and the things that they do, but never compare yourself to anybody else. Everybody learns in their own pace. Everybody learns in a different way. Everybody hustles and makes money in a different way. If everybody did it in the same way, there wouldn't be as much money to make. Because everybody's saturated that market and taking all that money is being shared out amongst everybody. So it's never going to work. What you want to do is find the niche, the niche that you really love, your passion, the things that you really enjoy, just whatever it is. And then you want to occupy that space, because if it's niche, all of those benefits and that revenue and whatever it is that you get from it, the feelings that you get from whatever you do, it's all going to come your way. You're not having to share it out. So don't compare yourself with anybody. There's only one you. Next is believe in yourself. So there's going to be plenty of times where you question what you're doing in your life, in your work, in your relationship, whatever. But in those moments, you need to know who you are, and you need to believe in yourself above all else. So people will tell you, oh, well, I think you should do this, and I think you should do the other, and this isn't working for you, try this. And it's all good and well, like, take that advice on board. Yep, let me know that advice, but you knowing you, and with your knowledge and your experience and your perspective of life, because of the experiences that you've lived, then you make your decisions for yourself and believe in yourself. If you think something's right for you, then do it. If that's your path, do it. And don't let anybody ever tell you to go a different way. Because this is your life. And if you're not going to believe in yourself, who is? And so I'm going to give it a bit of an analogy now from the movie The Matrix, which I think kind of it describes my ethos with regards to believing in yourself. And that is, it's the part where, if you probably, I'm hoping you've seen The Matrix, Morpheus is trapped. And Neo, Keanu Reeves' character, says, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bring Morpheus back. And then he's told that's suicide. Like, nobody has ever done anything like this before. And his reply is, that's why it's going to work. And that's what it's about. If we just stuck to the limits of what we know is possible or what people think is possible, then we'd never get anywhere. It's only where we say, actually, it may look impossible, but the fact that nobody's ever done it means that I can do it, because I've got that opportunity, I've got that rare skill, I've got that ability, and I believe in myself. I know I can do it. So that's what it's about. That's what believing in yourself's all about. And that's it. It's these things. It all revolve around making sure that you're mentally healthy, you're happy, and it's about being genuine. All of these tips that I've laid out, it's about being a genuine individual to yourself, not to anybody else. It's about knowing who you are, believing in yourself, not comparing yourself to other people. So forging your own path, the idea is that you know who you are, you know where you want to go, you're compassionate and humble with other people. They'll in return, they'll be passionate and compassionate and humble with you. That's what being happy is all about. So I wanted to share that with you. And just take those little moments, the moments where you might be losing a bit of patience or you might be a bit hard on yourself. Like, follow the tips that I've given you and apply them and see. Okay, so if I do this at this moment, and I promise you, you'll become a lot happier in your life. You won't be pulling your hair out all the time. So, thank you very much as always for coming along. Please let me know what you think in the comments about my tips for being happier in life. And with my amaretto and Coke, I'll see you on the next Drinks with Chris. Thank you very much. Speak soon.